Hello everyone, it's the Batman Statue Collector, and I am once again back in my Bat Cave for another review. This one I have been waiting for a while as well. Again, it's part of my collection that's back in the back. This, of course, is the 1/4 scale premium format Killer Croc by Sideshow Collectibles. And let's go ahead and we're going to get right into this review. First of all, I am very impressed with him. I think he looks so much better than I really even expected him to be. His base is amazing, and let's just go ahead and dive right into that. I will go ahead and start here. So the base, and if you saw my unboxing, you noticed my comment, like the base here is just really gooey. And the camera probably won't be able to pick this up as well as it is in real life. Actually, on the camera, it almost looks kind of matte. But in real life, it just looks super slimy, super gooey. Man, I just wish the camera could pick it up because it just doesn't do it justice at all. You can kind of see, I feel like you could, in the camera, in the shadow, you see how it's kind of glossy there? That's actually how it looks, the whole statue. Just very gooey, just very sewer-y, I guess, if that's a word. But the base is very large, much bigger, excuse me, much bigger than I was expecting it to be. Lots of little details. I like the little stone that's cracked apart. That's really well done. You also have some green paint here, some green painting effects, and as it also then drips down into all the crevices here. Looks really good. And then of course you actually have some of the actual green slime stuff dripping down as well, that same high gloss texture. All right, well, let's not forget about our friend right here. This, of course, is our little rat friend here. I love this touch. I actually was expecting him to be an add-on, but he actually is attached to the base itself. He does not come off there. So I was really pretty amazed by that. I've not seen them do that. Usually it's an add-on piece. So I thought that was really cool. Again, lots of nice detailing effects here with the base. Sorry for my shakiness here. I'm trying to do this one-handed. Of course, then we have these amazing effects here, and I'm going to go ahead and take one out. These are, as far as I could tell, these are a plastic element. It is magnetized on the bottom, so there is that. It fits in very easily. You can just really see that. It just snaps into place. One on that side, and then there's also this one here on this side. Can just kind of let you see some of the detailing here. Looks really good, and again, it just snaps into place, which I think is really cool. So let's go ahead. I'm going to try to stay out of the shadow here and just kind of we'll kind of start here at the feet, and we'll kind of move up from there. Again, the camera doesn't do it justice. In real life, the painting's really well done. Glossy on the nails, really well done here. Nice dark shading. Of course, as you go up into the statue, you're going to see some nice different coloration of texture. Even down here, like it looks like this might be one or two colors, but there's actually at least three, because there's the bottom of the foot that looks really dirty and grimy, and then you go into a medium color here, and then of course the top layer, and then of course you have like these just like little areas like here, these little specks. Those are all hand painted in, so again, that looks really well done. Then as we move up into the clothing area here, you're going to see, and I think the camera does a real nice job of this, you can actually see that this is textured, and some of this white is actually part of the styrofoam, so I actually still need to get that off there. But this has been painted, and it feels like sandpaper right down here. Whereas when you get up to the top here, it's actually real smooth. So I don't know what they did to texturize this, but it looks really cool. It's dark to reflect him being in the water and the swamp. And then as you get up here, you're going to notice that the pieces or the pants, just very clean, very, well tailored. Looks really good. You're going to also see that the rope, that's going to be his belt. So this is all cloth elements here, cut and sew elements with the belt and the pants. And I believe that's the only elements that are actually like that. Here again, we see the other foot. Again, nice glossiness here to reflect that he's actually in the puddle. So here you see the glossiness on the whole top of the foot, whereas here you just see it in the nails. So I really love that extra touch by Sideshow that we're really showing you that he's actually being covered in the goo and the slime here. So I think that's actually really cool. Let's go ahead and move up here. We'll go ahead and show you some of the detailing on his hands. A lot of people might think that this is actually cloth and fabric, but it is not. It is all sculpted. It's all texturized here. Nice shading and detailing on the claw itself. Looks really good. Sorry, it keeps going in and out of focus. Sorry about that, guys. And as you can see on the other one as well, looks really good. Here, of course, we have the belt. This is going to hang down, so you can kind of pose that however you want, but it just hangs down from the belt himself. Let's go ahead and we'll move on to his upper body. You can really see the difference in texture, the difference in coloring. I was a little bit worried seeing him out of the box that he would be a little bit too light, but he's really not. I think he's a nice shade. He could have maybe been a little bit darker, but I also think that that would have maybe taken away. Like if he was much darker than this, maybe some of these, I don't even know how to describe these scales, I guess. These scales would have maybe not popped as much. So you can actually see some of his veins in here. Really nicely done. I think if you really turn him around here, you can really see it on the back side. just great paint work. I'm very impressed. Because again, folks, all of those are hand painted. So every single one of these little circles are hand painted. And again, just tons of texturing on him. I think that Sideshow did a great job in sculpting him. Looks very good. Just look at that texture. It's just really good. So here, kind of a view of his backside here. Kind of show you what that looks like. Nothing too amazing on the back. You're never going to be really displaying him this way. But I do want to show you what that looks like. Most people are going to be displaying him from this angle right there. You could also be displaying him a little bit from the side, and I'll get to that in just a second, but I do want to do this head sculpt here first and show you. There it is. Look at that thing. That is the face that sold the statue for me. As soon as I saw it, I absolutely fell in love with it. I'm going to go ahead and take it off here. Nice strong magnet. I just want to be able to show you some up-close details of him. I mean, just look at that. Looks so good. Nice shading. Look at the teeth. The eyes look really good. Nice straight on there. Again, nice detailing on the top. I think it looks really good, folks. Love it. I'm going to go ahead and put him back on here and show you another angle. So again, this is the angle I think most people will display him as, just like this. Make sure I get the focus in here for you guys. I think that's going to be the main angle right there. I think most people are going to display it just like that. Now you can also display it from the side, and I think I've seen some people do it also this way. Of course, he's lunging. I actually really like this pose. I wish that maybe that they had done this pose, but maybe had him look at the camera now instead of off to the side. I think that would have been a really awesome option if the face had been looking this way, because it really shows more of the body off. But this, of course, is the main issue that people are going to have, and that is the seam. I am incredibly disappointed in this seam. I just think it's poor execution on Sideshow's part. And I know that they wanted to do another head sculpt, but if they just had stuck with one head, they could have eliminated that head sculpt or that line completely, and it could have just been, just so much better in my opinion, because no matter where you look at it from this angle, my eye goes whoosh, right there. The paint on mine, I've seen some people, I feel like the paint didn't match on both sides. I feel like mine does. I feel like, there's darker shading here that kind of seeps into this side a little bit, but not much. And I think they did that because of the exclusive head. But that particular seam, it just drives me crazy. The top doesn't really bother me all that much, and this side, it doesn't really bother me quite as much either. Maybe because it's a straight line, I don't know. But this side, well, it has this little notch, it just sticks out like a sore thumb. Now again, if you're going to display them like this, then you're good. But also that means that everybody has to display them just like that. So that does drive me pretty crazy. I'm going to go ahead and now show you what the exclusive looks like. Again, I'm going to step back here so you can see the full statue in all of his glory. And now I'm going to show you what the exclusive looks like, and so you can see that and also see what the seam looks like on that one. Alright guys, so here is the exclusive head, and this is the alligator or crocodile or whatever it's supposed to be. This is, in my opinion, kind of the Jim Lee Hush look, kind of inspired by that type of Killer Croc. I think this one's actually really well done, but on the other hand, it is not a look that I would ever display it like. I really love the more humanoid head. This is, again, it's well executed. I think it looks good. But for me, it's just not my favorite. Again, this is kind of that side view look, and here we see more of the look probably people will be displaying him as, kind of from that front side. I'm going to go ahead and take him off here so you can see it maybe a little bit closer. See some of the detail of him. Teeth look really good, mouth is cool. Kind of from the top again, he's kind of a little bit lopsided, kind of like the main head sculpt was. But I really think that from the side it looks really good. Paint looks good. I think they did a nice job on him. Again, I just don't know if, for me, it's just, again, I would never display it this way. But let's go ahead and turn him from the side. Let's look at that seam. So there you go. I think this one's actually worse, in my opinion, seam-wise. Again, there's some give there, kind of overlaps. I just don't understand why that they would make it that way. I mean, maybe this gives a little bit more support to do that, which is really just too bad again, because the statue itself is phenomenal. Paint is great, detailing is great. It's just too bad that something like that kind of ruins the statue from so many other angles. But again, there's that seam. Just wanted to show it to you, make it clear, kind of what it looks like, so you know exactly what you're getting. I can actually see through the seam. There's a big enough gap I can actually see the cabinet through it. But again, if you're happy with having him just like this, or I'm going to go ahead and switch out to the other head. We go back to that head here. Set this guy down. Pick up the spooky head. I love this head. Again, I think most people, again, are going to display it something kind of like this. And I think if you are able to do that, where you don't have a lot of viewing from the side, I think you're going to absolutely love this. If it wasn't for the seam, I would probably give him, I'm going to say probably 8.7 out of 10. He looks good. The seam definitely takes it down a bunch of points for me, just because I would have loved to display it like this. And I'm just not sure if I can, because my eye will automatically go to that seam. There might be some people that visit my collection and think, you know what, it's not that bad, or they don't even notice it at all, but it's definitely something that I notice. I also would have liked him to be just a little bit bigger. In the comic books, you see him as this major Hulk of a character. He doesn't need to be as big as Bane back there, certainly. But it would have been nice if he was just a little bit bigger. I would have really liked that. I'm going to show you now him up in the cave, in the collection, and I'll let you see what that looks like. All right, everybody. Well, this is the moment you have been waiting for. Croc is now in the case. and you could see him with all the other figures, and man, he looks really great in the case. I will say this, I'm not exactly 100% positive that this is where he'll stay. I'm going to maybe move some things around. I'm not exactly sure if this is the best spot for him. He almost looks, you know, smaller than Poison Ivy. We want him to look big and menacing here. And so I may end up putting him maybe back here behind Killer, or behind Bane, excuse me. That is a possibility. That would also then leave me a little bit of room over here on this side for future additions and Sideshow Collectibles. If you are watching this video, please keep making these male villains or more female villains. I don't care, but please keep this line going. It is so nice to now finally have 4 males in this case when forever we only had 2. So thank you guys for making this amazing Bane, this amazing Killer Croc. These are absolutely 2 of my favorites in this collection. Well, who are we kidding, guys? I love them all. So, Sideshow, please keep it going. Make a Two-Face, make a Ra's al Ghul, make a Riddler. Please make a Scarecrow. I can't believe you guys haven't made those yet. Please keep them going. I guarantee they will sell like hotcakes. But again, look at this guy. Look at him under the LED lighting. He just looks amazing. Again, my only major nitpick is that seam. Again, just because it reduces displaying options. But even here in this light, you know, this with the LED light, it makes it a little bit harder to see the seam. So I like that. So depending on how you have him displayed, how you have him lit, I think that's incredibly important. But just look at how good he looks. I mean, gee, but Christmas, he looks creepy as can be. And he looks great in this case. Again, I'm probably going to play around with it a little bit to see if I can get him to look a little bit bigger. I think because he's so hunched down, he needs to be seen up higher. He can't be down low. He needs to be up high. So that is going to be my goal. I'm going to keep messing around with it. I'm sure I'll have a collection update for you guys here real soon. But I do want to just show this off because I know you guys love this case as much as I do. And I just really wanted you to see him with the whole collection. So, as always, I thank you guys so incredibly much for watching. It means the world to me that you're taking time out of your day to watch my videos. So thank you guys so very much. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the Batcave, and I'll probably see this guy in the sewer.